With Zcash trying its best to break out of this triangle, it's actually one of the best performing cryptocurrencies over the last couple of months, and it's still performing strong over the last couple of weeks, despite a lot of other cryptos falling into the red. Now, Zcash is sitting at about $440 per coin today, and we have got some beautiful Christmas price predictions that we're going to be going over in this video. So if it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay, and I'm going to be going over some of these price predictions because now analysts are wondering if Zcash is going to be rallying beyond the $500 level. But before we jump into this article, I do want to say thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, and thank you for understanding and knowing that YouTube has recently begun cracking down on crypto content. Their AI moderation seems out of control, so you've got to be as careful as possible with what you're posting. Now, they are allowing general discussions about crypto. That's all that this video is. Okay, I'm going to be going over this news article. You guys are going to hear my commentary. You're going to hear my opinion, all of that stuff. But in no way should you interpret this video as a promise, promotion, recommendation, suggestion, guarantee, or anything for that matter other than a discussion. So with that, let's discuss what is happening with Zcash because it's actually looking pretty good. It says Zcash jumps 13% as the RSI moves above 50, signaling bullish momentum. The rising Chaikin money flow suggests easing outflows, hinting at improving holder confidence. And finally, clearing $442 resistance could open the path towards a technically achievable $500 target. And that is exactly what Zcash is trying to do right now. It is at the upper end of this triangle. It is at the resistance point of both the descending trend line and these moving averages right here. So it is running into some headwinds, but it's doing so with strength. Now, the overall market at the moment it's not providing the same amount or the same level of strength. Yes, we are trying to recover. Bitcoin sitting at 89,000, Ethereum sitting at 30.30. We've got Solana sitting at $126. Now, all of these are green on the day, but they're slightly green on the day. Now, I will be the first to say I don't expect much during this week and next week. This is a very slow period of time. We've got Christmas coming up, we've got New Year's coming up, and typically we see lesser volume and lesser traders during the holiday season. Now, that does not mean that 2026 is going to be a bad year. We see this time and time again, and we could still see a little bit of a Santa Claus rally, absolutely, but unless we get some sort of a catalyst or unless we get some sort of a demand spike, I would imagine we continue to see subdued trading throughout the end of the year here. Now, because we could have lesser selling pressure due to this decrease in volume, any amount of buys that flow in could have an elevated price reaction. So if we do get some buys or we do get some positive catalysts, things could look very good for not just Zcash, but the entire cryptocurrency market as we're ready to break out, hopefully leading privacy coins much, much higher. Now, with that, you guys can go through and read the rest of this article for yourself, but it does seem as though holders are becoming more and more confident, which is an excellent sign because right now, the overall market is very fearful. And we need to get over that fear. We need to see it turn to greed before we really see some significant gains in the cryptocurrency space. But Zcash seems to be leading the way and could potentially be a leading indicator in terms of confidence returning to holders. Now, with that, one of the places that I do own, because I do own Zcash, I am excited about it, right? But don't take my sort of opinion as a recommendation for you to buy or anything like that. But if you guys are interested in owning some privacy coins, you can own them on the blockchain through wallets like Best Wallet. It is a very easy to understand app. It is your access to the blockchain, and it's, you know, your keys, your crypto, your custody, all of that good stuff. Also, do not forget to diversify. Especially in such a volatile market, in such a fearful market, make sure to check out some utility tokens. And Bitcoin Hyper is building a layer 2 blockchain for Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin is very slow. Bitcoin is rather expensive. I mean, I've seen some more expensive transactions on high volume days for Ethereum and so on. But dude, it takes 54 minutes when I go buy some Bitcoin. It takes 54 minutes to show up in my wallet, which is a very, very long time. Now, Bitcoin Hyper would alleviate that problem. These guys have already raised just under $30 million, and they've had 157 buyers in the last 24 hours. The way the layer 2 is going to work is you're going to bridge over from Bitcoin to Bitcoin Hyper. You're going to transact with near instant finality. It uses zero knowledge proofs to send that info back to Bitcoin where it's validated on the blockchain. And finally, when you're ready to withdraw, you simply initiate that request and your Bitcoin are sent back to your Bitcoin Layer 1 wallet. These guys have roughly 16,000 followers out on their X account. They're growing every single day, and a lot of people are excited about this one. I mean, it's indicated by the 157 people who bought in the last 24 hours. So make sure to check out the links down in the description below for everything. Let me know what you guys think, and until the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.